Hey guys, the Podrat here. I asked what you guys want to learn about, and this is one of the answers. So I'm going to give you an introduction, hopefully not too boring. This is what I learned from books and tutorials, not YouTube tutorials, the courses that you have to pay for. As I mentioned in the past, given how fast AI generative video is progressing, we can all become directors soon, with whatever style we want, realism, anime, etc. Hollywood already saw this coming. The future is going to be user-generated content. So once the barrier to entry for animation and movie is gone, everyone can turn their imagination into reality. Alright, let's dive right in. Okay, composition. What is it? We all have an idea. Let's clearly define it. No matter what genre or effect you use, animation, cartoon, realism, the design of every picture and every frame is crucial. Probably the most important thing behind story development. The ultimate goal is you want the image to have extraordinary presence and meaning for the audience. So instead of referring to frames, I'm just gonna use the word pictures, because every frame is just a picture. The most important thing is that every picture have a subject matter. It doesn't have to be one entity like a human or animal. It could be a crowd, it could be a tree, a particular river, a vast landscape, a black hole, a shadowy figure in the dark. With AI, we probably don't have to worry about rendering. We may not even have to worry about color, which is a really complicated topic in its own. This seriously is like a magical time. So in the picture, we have the subject and various other elements. Composition is just arrangement of all these things to create a particular point of view, focus, and evoke an emotion and feeling. Maybe the story already dictated a feeling and we want the composition to match that. Or there is a sudden twist and we want the composition to match that feeling. That's it. Composition is just positioning and arrangement of main elements and the supporting elements in such a way to basically force the viewer into a particular focus and feeling. Of course, you can think of perspective as just one of those elements you get to play around with. Without good composition, the viewer doesn't know what to focus on, or they focus on the wrong thing. Let's give you an example of a good, fairly common composition that meets the goal I discussed. This is a composition generally called Worm's point of view. It's opposite to Eagle's point of view. Generally, you use this composition when you want to make the viewer feel or confirm that you are small and you're powerless. The elements, the figure, the environment all gives a sense that you are tiny, maybe afraid. Everything else is large and more powerful, more significant. So the effect of the composition is immediate. Texture, colors, details, those are not nearly as important as a strong composition. One way to really demonstrate this is making the image black and white, get rid of the details and strip away as much as we can. Now feel how impactful these are. I don't need to explain everything, we all have common sense and we all already seen so many movies and TV shows that we already understand intuitively composition to a certain level. A lot of times it's just first point of view at the height of a human being, so you are just focusing on what is in front of you without extra dramatic feeling like an eagle's point of view, because it's tiring to always put the viewer into an uncommon point of view. Put the point of view at a human eyes level is more relaxing to the direct senses, while you are still able to make the scene very dramatic. And generally there are three types of views, okay? The first point of view, you're looking through the eyes of a character. Third point of view, self-explanatory, you are generally looking at the character or what the character is looking at, the character's field of vision. Then there is the cameraman's point of view. It is the most flexible and most common one. It can be a close-up of somebody's face, it can be a from top-down point of view, it could be from a very distant point of view to the characters. The main idea is that you are looking at the scene from any location where there's really nothing there. You are not looking through someone's eyes. It's not exactly third point of view, because you are not necessarily continuously focusing on a particular entity or that entity's field of vision. You're basically an invisible camera that can be anywhere. You are seeing the picture but not of the picture, and this can be used rarely in interesting ways, such as when Deadpool just looks at the audience, like he can see the audience and the cameraman. We call it breaking the fourth wall, but really it's just means outside of the 3D illustration that's on the screen, right? Some say it's one of Deadpool's superpower. Okay, that's it. Introduction to composition. Not too boring, not too complicated, I hope. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna make an intro course to realism drawing. I can focus on one topic or switch, around back and forth, but I prefer to focus on a particular subject that the vast majority of the people like. I can always focus on other subjects later on. Okay, so while this video is pretty short, there are a bunch of important things that you already learned, hopefully. Alright, stay tuned. Cheers, guys.